From the North Country's news station, 7 News Tonight starts now.
Tonight, from Sherman Street to St. Lawrence County, the North Country continues to clean up after feet of snow is left in the wake of the blizzard of 22. Plus a Christmas Day fire near Cape Vincent. The homeowners sit down with 7 News. They say that they are happy to have each other still this holiday. But first, a new chapter in the Golfgate saga. A lawsuit looks to stop the city of Watertown's $3.4 million purchase of the Watertown Golf Club. Good evening, I'm Zach Grady. Garrett Domblewski is off tonight. An unconstitutional gift. That is what one city resident is calling the $3.4 million deal to purchase the Watertown Golf Club. Mary Ellen Blevins of Washington Street filed documents with the state Supreme Court in Jefferson County. She says that, quote, the city is paying a price that far exceeds any appraisal and refused to obtain an updated appraisal to determine a proper counteroffer. It continues saying the city ignored its attorney's legal opinion and didn't do an environmental review, saying that the review is required by law. Since August, the city has been negotiating a deal to buy the Watertown Golf Club, including the land and assets from owner Mike Lundy. The $3.4 million price tag has been a point of contention with residents since its announcement. The deal would also require Ives Hills Country Club to limit its play to 9 holes, compensating owner PJ Simeo with an undisclosed amount of money to the public. Additionally, the deal would stop litigation against the city pertaining to the course. Council members Lisa Ruggiero, Pat Hickey, and Cliff Olney voted on December 12th to enter into a purchasing binding agreement, securing the purchase, with Mayor Jeff Smith and Councilmember Sarah Campo Pierce voting against the deal. The paperwork will now be looked at by Judge James McCluskey. A decision on the deal could come by the end of the week. 29-year-old Tyree Nichols' death earlier this month led to second-degree murder charges against 5 police officers. Around the country, law enforcement agencies braced for the possibility that demonstrations will turn violent. The family, though, is asking protesters to remain peaceful. CBS's Skylar Henry is following the story from Memphis. We warn you, due to the nature of the footage, viewer discretion is advised. We have some breaking news tonight. The village of Copenhagen has voted to abolish its fire department. The village had previously told the volunteer fire department to either hand over control to the village or it would be disbanded. Last week, village officials said a deadline to make the decision was not met. Tonight, the village's lawyer says the board made the decision itself. We were told it will take 30 days for this to go into effect. A father who lied to coworkers and friends that his son had died of leukemia pleads guilty to grand larceny. Caleb Stevens of Adams was arrested last October. State police say Stevens told people his son had died and that he needed money for funeral expenses. He's alleged to have collected donations from workers at his place of employment in Adams and as well in Brownville. It is expected that Stevens' sentence could be from 2 to 4 years. His sentencing is scheduled for March 20th. An Alexandria Bay man who assaulted his neighbor with a baseball bat is sentenced to 12 years in prison. In November, Patrick Belden was found guilty on charges including burglary and assault. He was also found not guilty of kidnapping and strangulation. Belden was accused of forcing his 49-year-old neighbor into the basement of the man's own apartment building and then assaulting him with a bat. In other news today, a crash on Route 11 leads to a call for the Evans Mills Ice Rescue Team. The call came in just before 4 p.m. The Evans Mills Fire Department says the driver exited U.S. Route 11, accelerating into a semi-frozen creek. The occupant was helped to safety by a driver behind her who witnessed the events. The Jefferson County Sheriff's Department, along with the Evans Mills Fire Department, teamed up with Van Tassel Towing and Recovery to pull out the partially submerged vehicle. One member of the Evans Mills Ice Rescue Team says this type of rescue is not an everyday occurrence.
It's been a couple years now since we've had a serious one like this. We had to go that far out. Kind of a double-edged sword. You wish for people, but it's kind of exciting to put the suit back on and go out there and do what we train to do.
Jefferson County sheriffs are still investigating the cause of the crash. We'll have more details for you as they become available. There's an old Irish proverb: may the winds of fortune sail you, may you sail a gentle sea, and may it always be the other guy who says, this drink's on me. Words that were echoed throughout the city of Watertown for its St. Patrick's Day celebrations. The day started at City Hall as the Irish flag, known as the tricolor, is flown over the city. The Ancient Order of Hibernians joined City Council members and other community members to mark the occasion. Mayor Jeff Smith declared Friday Irish American Heritage Day in the city of Watertown. The flag raising was followed by the return of the North Country Goes Green Irish Festival. People dressed in green from head to toe flocked to Dulles State Office Building to get a pint and possibly a pinch from a leprechaun. The Irish Fest was last held in 2019, with each of the last 3 years being canceled from the COVID-19 pandemic.
It's been 3 long years since we have had it. It's nice seeing friendly faces, friendly vendors, and just to be out and about. Makes me feel awesome. I'm ready to party.
Also returning this year is the Miss Ireland pageant. The contest was open to ladies between the ages of 16 and 20 years old, all of Irish descent. Each contestant told a poem, story, or gave a speech encompassing an Irish theme. The winner received a $1,500 scholarship, with the first runner-up also winning a $1,000 scholarship. Hosting the event Friday at the State Office Building, the 2021 Vice Queen of the Miss Belize Mexico USA pageant and WWNY's 7's own Sandy Torres. Finally, there is no better day than St. Patrick's Day to open your new bar and restaurant. Friday was the grand opening for the Hopspot newest location here in Watertown. 7 News reporter Lexi Bruning takes us for a tour. Kris, let's take a look at the last look at the forecast here.
Well, so it's going to be dry tonight. Now, as we go throughout Monday, we do have some rain and snow coming into the forecast, mainly for Jefferson and Lewis counties. Southern St. Lawrence County will see a little bit of rain and snow as well. Highs getting right around the upper 30s to lower 40s. Looks like Tuesday is going to be a nice day with partly sunny skies, and then, of course, this week being right around where it should be. So a very spring-like week for us here across the North Country.
A lot of sun for end of the week, Thursday, MLB opening day. What else can we look forward to this week in sports?
High school lacrosse season kicking off. We'll have highlights and scores coming up all throughout the week. And how about San Diego State taking on Florida Atlantic? One of those teams will be playing for a national championship. Who had that at the beginning of March Madness?
We got a 4, a couple of 5s, and a 9 or a 10? A 9, yeah.
9.
Unbelievable. So, for Rob, for Kris, this has been 7 News Tonight. Thank you for joining us.